And we're live. Hello, welcome everybody to the Freedompreneurs Hangout. And I know we are at a slightly different time for those of you down under because we sprang forward here yesterday in the U.S. and and everybody down under has not fallen back yet. So time differences are slightly different for you all. We're still the same 8 a.m. Pacific time. Which I think works out to be 11 p.m. Perth time. Gabrielle is here, yay! And Gabrielle is here, and hopefully, we don't know if Greta's going to be able to make it. I know she's got, hers are sick, and Sarita is on her way somewhere, I believe, and everybody else will be popping on at slightly different times. So welcome, welcome. Today, our topic is how to make being a stay-at-home mom the best of both worlds, best of all worlds. So that's our topic for today. First, we're going to go across and just have everybody introduce themselves. I am Valerie Jampolsky, the mom freedompreneur from Abundance Now, and I have got twin, now 5-year-olds, and one of them has decided to wake up and wander, because we have the family bed, so every time I get up, they kind of feel me. But he came over, it's 8 a.m. my time here in Los Angeles. He's kind of passed out over here in the corner next to me, but I do what I do because I can do this. I can be home with my kids and really speak about abundance and everything that really, really matters to me, and not have to worry about, plugging in at a clock and getting somewhere at a very specific time. So I am so thankful for all of that. So we're gonna go across here quickly. Fizza, who's back with us, she was in for a while, been out for a while, now she's back. Quickly say hello to everybody. Say hi. Where are you from?
Hello. Hello everyone, my name is Fiza Khan. I'm from Australia, New South Wales, and it's 2:10 here, 2:10 a.m. and Tuesday started here. So yes, I'm back in Hangout.
And welcome. And tell everybody, let everybody know, how many kids have you got?
I got one daughter, 9 years old, and she's equals to 10, and because she's very hyperactive. And yes, and I'm enjoying life with her, and I got time to spend quality time with her.
That is great. So I'm going to turn off my phone. Is dinging every time someone messages me. I'm going to turn off the ding. All right, ding's off. All right, now I'm going to pass along over to Gabrielle.
Hey. I've got a little bit of a headache, but I'm here. And so I'm Gabrielle Morrison, and I live in Perth. I'm from England, but I've been in Perth for 6 years now. So we've got 2 little children. We've got a 4-year-old little girl and a little 2-year-old who's 2 in April. So yeah, and I'm doing this to be with them and to give them the life that I always wanted them to have. Be the mum that I always wanted to be, and just be present with them and just be there with them. So yeah, that's my little dream for them. So good evening. Yeah, it's actually just past 11 here, so it's quite good that the clocks have changed for you guys, but I wasn't really ready for it, I don't think. But it's cool.
It's funny because I think you fall back a little bit in about a month, in April sometime. So we'll end up being back in the same time frame for all of you. But for now, for about a month, this is where we are.
We're in Perth, actually. We don't ever change ours.
Oh, you don't? I thought
No, usually not in Perth, but we got, I think, after 4th April, yes, we just got 2 hours different with Perth.
Oh, wait, so parts of Australia fall back and spring forward, but other parts don't?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. Okay, so not all of Australia goes on daylight savings time. Is that right?
Yeah.
Part of the country does and part of the country doesn't?
Yeah, it's crazy, hey?
Yeah, that's true. Well, hey, you know what? I'm from Canada. We got part of the country that when they decided to do it, they chose the half-hour zone, which is really whack. The time zone's on the half-hour. The folks in England are just like, we love you all, but wow, it's like half an hour. Anyways, okay. All right, it's cool. You can get people in the world. All right. Now I'm going to move over to, we have two Michelles today. And we're going to start off with first Michelle in the UK. Michelle Denise, say hi. Oh, take yourself off mute, hon. I think you're on mute.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, everyone. Yeah, I'm in the UK. I'm in Brighton. I've got a 12-year-old son. And I'm doing this because I want to create a better life for both of us. And also because I just want to live life how I want to live it. Yeah, that's me.
I love it. And what time is it for you there in the UK?
It is 3:15.
3:15 in the afternoon.
In the afternoon, yeah.
Very
reasonable time.
Self-made mama. Love it, love it.
Yeah,
all right, and now we're moving over. We actually have three. We got three on right now. We're going to move over to other Michelle. Michelle Tafoya, say hi. Well, can't hear you.
I had to unmute. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. I think y'all should be able to hear me now. Hi, I'm Michelle Tafoya. I am in Texas, and I have a 4-year-old son, and I have a work-at-home job right now, actually, with a company, but I'm doing my business to get the time freedom that I want. So I'm fortunate right now to still have him be at home and have him here with me, and but yeah, the demands of my day job right now are what's really motivating me building my business, so I can have more time with him and more focused time for him during my day, and not be stuck at the PC for 12 hours. My bum hurts sitting all day at this machine.
Yeah, and that's cool. And that's a distinction we're going to be talking about today. The difference between, how you can be the work-at-home mom, but actually really have the best of both worlds. So that'll, we'll be talking about the distinction between that, because there are folks that do that. They work at home, but they're literally tied to a specific schedule. So.
Yeah.
Now we are going to move along to Serena.
Hi, I'm Serena, and I'm in Australia as well. I'm in Queensland, where we don't actually have daylight saving here, so we always stay the same time, and it is, it's 1:15 here in the morning. And I have 4 kids. I have an 11-year-old daughter, a 9-year-old son, a 7-year-old daughter, and a 9-month-old baby. So who's actually teething at the moment. So if you see me scoot away from the computer, that's why, because she'll start crying if she hears me. So hopefully she doesn't hear me talking out here in the kitchen. And yeah, I guess come across this business because I don't want to have to go back to work as such. I want to find something that I can do from home. And, my husband's a concreter, so I don't want him having to work so hard all the time for us. So if I can help him out and have us all together more often, then that would be great. So that's why I'm here, and that's why I found all of you guys today. So that's me.
All right. Thank you guys. I had one of them wake up. Oh, possible naked kid alert here. Okay. I almost forgot about that. I know, sweetheart. You were sleeping and you woke up. We'll say hi to everybody. I want you again. Oh, okay, sweetie. I will in 1 second. So I'm going to pass it along. Gabrielle, do you want to grab hold of this one and start with us on, with the topic of hang on, of what of how being a stay-at-home mom, the best of both worlds. Some of your tips of how you make that, of how it's possible to make that work. And I'm going to go. We got a little bit. We just woke up, but he's a little bit out of it.
I'm just going to do like a little one, really. It's just having. Hopefully we can. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Are we still alive? Okay, cool. So yeah. So for me, being with my children and having them be part of my videos and my story, like my photos. Like we do we do fun craft stuff, and I get to take photos of those, and it kind of actually helps me with those memory books. I don't know if you ever did that with your kids. Like we had a lot for my daughter, and then for my son it was kind of, there wasn't so many photos and things. So now I'm actually able to take all these photos and all these videos and memories of stuff we're doing every day. And yeah, so now I can actually have a little memory book for him too. And yeah, I'm kind of really interested in what they're going to think of all this stuff that's on Facebook they'll be reading one day, and seeing all those things that we've been, that we've been doing as a family. So that's how I think it's actually pretty cool to have that connection between work and play. So yeah, I wanted to kind of see what everyone else was saying and get the vibe from people today. I've just got a bit of a headache, but I know Fizza hasn't been with us for a while, so I'd love to hear from you, Fizza.
Good to see you, Gabe, after a long time, because I was thinking, yes, and I was thinking, no, it's a good time to participate because it has been so long that I did not participate in the Hangout. And yeah, being a stay-home mom and working online, it's pretty quite good, and I really enjoying that one, especially when I'm writing a blog and I just need to make some corrections. So I tell my daughter to read aloud for me. So I will just look at that, and if I made any mistake, so that really helped her in improving her reading, as well as she got a time to spend with me. And when she is reading, I really enjoy looking at her because that's really helped her improving her vocabulary. And sometimes I take her help in typing too, because she is 9 years old and she is now in year 4. So she really enjoy typing. What I do is I usually just write my blog on Word, and then I just when I finalize that thing, then I will just use it on that Klaatu. And yes, and she is helping me a lot. And she just sometimes she give me the suggestion, Mom, how about this one? How about that one? And when I start adding the videos, and because I try to add some good stuff in that just to motivate my readers. So whenever I start watching the videos and she said, oh no Mom, no, not this one is good, this one is that. So in that way she is actively participating with me, and this is really a good plus point for me, because she is looking at me and she is like, okay, and Mom, when I grow up, I will also do like this. I said, why not? Why not? So, this is the best way, because when on Sunday I sit with her and helping her in her homework, and when she's getting bored, I said, okay, I will tell you and you start typing on Word. And she really enjoyed that thing. So this is the best quality time.
That's awesome.
That's great.
That's really awesome, isn't it? Yeah. That's great. And she's gonna be learning so much in school, because technology for them, I just don't know what to expect. In the next 10 years, it's gonna be crazy. So
yes,
that's really
especially.
Awesome.
She got her iPad, and when she is using that one, I was like, when I was of her age, we used to play outside, not stuck to all these things. And I always emphasize that once I finish my everything online, then I just jump out with her in a park or somewhere out to have a quality time with her, because this is not good that she and I will stuck in front of the laptop all the time. So and I start playing tennis with her in a free time, and she really is enjoying that one. I said, okay, you will cooperate with me and I will help with you in playing all these stuff. So yes, this is the quality of working from home,
And you can see that you're getting that balance as well, Fizza.
Yes, yes.
And I think that's part of the cool thing with all this. I mean, I'm thinking like even right now, Greta would normally be here. One of the reasons she's not here at the moment is her kids are sick, right? Now she, it's like she can choose whether or not she comes out here or not. She's her own boss. She can answer to it. And in a way, she gets to have her presence here because we know what's going on. So, because there's messaging going, they're sick, I don't know if I'll make it on. I was like, you know what, if she can, she can. And so, but it's cool because, we have a few things that we have a scheduled time for, not that many, but it's workable. You can work around it. There's been times she's been on with them, and she's like just on her phone saying, "Hi, I'm taking my kids to the dance thing or whatever." I mean, I think she was on with us once. I don't know if this was her a different hangout, but she's like, it's being able to have that flexibility that, and the ability to like go out, like, I take my kids to Disneyland and stuff like that, and I can do things. I can choose my time and schedule when I want to go do stuff. I want to travel with them. I can, as long as I have access to the internet. I'm good, right? It's amazing for that, and and also just being able, like a lot of us will play. I'll play a lot of positive audios in the background and stuff, and I can have my kids have that in their environment as well. So if they were, they're little or daycare or anything else like that, you don't necessarily have control over what that is, I mean, they're, having someone there that at any point, like right now, my little guy woke up and I was able to pause and you guys took over and I went over and I was able to, to be there for him. So that, for me, that's just so amazing. That's when you can have the ability of, I mean, like when Sarita, when she comes out, I don't know if she's gonna make it out this time because of the time difference. I think maybe for some people, folks, but it's like she recently, she wasn't the last year. She just crossed the $100,000 mark, and she started this a year ago, and has no experience whatsoever in doing anything of what we do. She was just really determined to be home with her kids, and so you can have that six-figure income. You can create that six-figure income doing it part-time. I mean, income disclosure. I don't know what you're going to do. Don't know if you're going to be doing what we do. You want to join us? There's that link below, and there's, we have, Sarita's not typical because she actually takes action. For folks that take action, we're here. We get results, right? But if you do something, if you can, you find the right thing, the right system, the right thing, instead of being stuck at home where you're in front of your computer all day, if it's that kind of a job, or if it's the kind of work-at-home job that really requires you to be constantly at hotel meetings or, talking to people on the phone, or, you're tied in your time freedom, that oftentimes it may seem like it's freedom on the outside, but then it actually doesn't turn into freedom. I just feel I have such gratitude to have found a way that you can actually have that time freedom, where you can do this around your schedule when they're really little, when they're sleeping, and organize, for me to be able to organize my time around them, really, which is just, and still be in the position to say, yeah, I can do this and have a six-figure income, be that corporate person, have that and make a difference. Because what I do involves talking to you guys about abundance and your mindset, and knowing that anything that happens, we can always turn it into always know that there's a positive purpose for everything. All of that. Being able to speak what matters and connect with have this amazing community around the world. I mean, that's for me what all this is. That's for me what all this is. So, moving along, we've got the two Michelles and Serena. Who wants to pop out next? Oh, Serena, you look like you're on hold. Michelle, I think you're the. Oh, okay. Which Michelle do we want? Michelle UK, Michelle US.
It doesn't matter. I can go, Michelle.
Okay, cool.
You got my baby.
Oh, hi, kitty.
This is Corbin. Come here, baby.
Hi, Corbin. Hello. Hi. We say hi to everybody.
He's my buddy.
Hey, Corbin.
He's such a good kid. We've been fortunate. Like, well, when I had him, my husband actually stayed home, and because his job got let go in the process of when I was pregnant, so I went back to work. And the day that I went back to the office, they actually had laid me off, and they said it was due to our order count, and just the production had dropped off. But I knew that wasn't really the case. It was more kind of an office politic kind of thing. I just didn't hang out with the group of the people that had originally been there. I'd worked for a company that merged with this one, so I was kind of the outsider coming in. But I just have never been the one that played the office games and did the catty gossip. I just went there to work, and then when I left, I wanted to leave that there and then go home to my family. So I wasn't too disappointed being let go, because I wanted to get back home to my baby, and then that was just kind of I don't know. Just with what happened, it was just nice. I was like, okay, are we done here? Because I'm ready to get home to my newborn. And so we worked it out. My husband actually got a job, and we're doing some part-time work for his mom. But I found another job where I was going to the office, and he was able to stay home and do his work at home. But going to the office and being on for my baby all day, I was miserable. I was just not happy, but I knew I had to do that for my family. It was a well-paying job and just a really good opportunity to kind of get us back on our feet. It was a contract job too, so after a couple of years that contract ended, and I found myself in the same place again, thinking like, how am I going to support my family? I made the most of our income, and I don't know, then the job that I have right now just kind of fell into my lap, and so I was like, wow, this is great. I can work from home and have my son with me. He's never had to go to daycare, which was something that was really hard for me because I never wanted to send him to daycare. I'm very fortunate to have him, and I don't want to just hand him over to a stranger and wonder, what are they telling him or what's happening to him throughout the day. And so when I got this job, I thought, this is great. I can actually work from home. I roll out of bed. I'm in my PJs. I just hop on the computer and do my thing. But the job itself is so demanding of my time, and I feel so bad when some days, he's in the other room kind of occupying himself, and I just feel like we're here but so disconnected because of my focus on this job. And so that's why I've been working on building this business, so I can have control of my time and to be able to just to dictate my own future, and the freedom to come and go as I please with him. And most of the work that I do in my business now is in the evenings after I've gotten him his dinner and bath and into bed, and where I can really focus on the business, because during my awake time while he's awake, I really focus on him and be a full employee. Sitting at this computer for 12 hours a day, it's ridiculous. So that's really what I'm working on, like Gabrielle said, is having that balance of work in mommyhood and being able to really put the majority of that energy that is spent. I feel like my job gets more of the time that should be going to my son, and right now it's a juggling act, but I know that I'll get there to where I can have that time that I want and I value so much with him, that he deserves, to really focus on the things that are important to me, being a mom and providing for him, other than just the financial and the roof over his head and food on the table, but that time and interaction and teaching that he needs, and I feel that he is missing while I'm having this job. So I feel that it is the best of both worlds, to be able to work from home and to be a mom. And my situation is a little different right now because I feel like I actually have 3 jobs going on at the same time. But I know that it's going to be worth it. I'm totally committed to see it through, because I know that I will get there. I will get that time freedom that I want to have to be that full-time mom. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. But I believe it's working on finding that balance right now and any day, any time between the work and the responsibilities of being a mom, and to have fun, have some fun time as well in there, not just all work.
Yeah, and that's so key to be able to do that and have that with our kids, and that's so cool that because you have that conscious space about it, to be able to speak to people to moms that they work at home, but then they trade one job for another, and you're there but you're not really there. So to be able to really truly have the time freedom, that's
Absolutely.
yeah. I'm going to pass it down over to the other Michelle in the UK.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's funny when you first suggested the topic, best of both worlds, I was kind of like, best of both worlds, because for me, I've always felt like it's just one world, one world, and like whatever I do is work-wise has always been like an extension of me. So when my son was little, I didn't want to go out and work, so I used to make nappies and slings and sell them on eBay, and just kind of try and do anything that was kind of relevant to me, that kind of seemed like, it was part of my life. So yeah, it was a bit like best of both worlds, because that's kind of the way I've always operated, is just just do the things that I love and do the things that are relevant to my life. So when he was little and I was at home a lot, I used to spend loads of time in the kitchen and make raw food and make cakes and stuff like that, and then that turned into my job as well. So yeah, but I mean, just like you, Michelle, I'm kind of feeling like it would be nice to have just more time at the moment, a bit more freedom. I'm in this kind of set-up phase, so yeah, just kind of hanging in there and keep on, like through this business, just expressing the things that matter to me, and what's important to me in my whole journey. And actually, at the moment, I'm learning how to balance like self-nourishing with the demands of putting just taking action every day towards setting up the business. So yeah, so I'm learning how to kind of just sort of sit back and relax, and just get back into a more, I think of it as a kind of my feminine state, because sometimes with doing the business it feels very much more like directed and action focused. So yeah, so as I'm learning to balance those two aspects, then I can blog about it and post on Facebook. So yeah, to me it's all one world, and I'm just kind of learning how to create the best world that is my one world.
I love that's so profound, Michelle, because it's like we say that the best of both worlds, and that to have the ultimate and the reality is to be able to create like what we can do with this business, where it is all over the world, where because most people think I have my job and I have my family, right? And then I have my family and I have my job, right? And to really be able, we can actually, I can be out at Disneyland and I could be posting pictures and videos of what we're doing, or at the beach or hanging out, and while I'm out having fun and living my life with my kids, that's actually part of what I do that ultimately feeds my business. It's kind of like it all blends, and to be able to do things on my own time. I mean, that's what's so amazing, is that to be able to, your quote-unquote job is to live and enjoy your life. Your job is to listen to positive audios, and even before this hangout, it's like something that I love to do in the morning. It feeds my soul. I was listening to one of my favorite, powerful audio trainings, and I had it on in the background, and some of you guys were listening to it before we started. But it's like that's part of it, and I'll get an inspiration of thought from that, right? And then I'll share it, and I can share it here. I can share it here on Facebook. I can share. I can do it. The idea that it can all be one one big thing. And you know, the process of what it is that, you know, I do for what lights up my life and feeds my soul and everything else, I share what that is and how, and that can you can actually make, you know, it's part of making money. I know that sounds crazy, but that's exactly what we do. So that's it's really being able to have to do that and have that system. So, you know, whatever it is that you're doing to make sure that that's what you can do. We found a way to do that. So, you know, those of you that are still watching us, you haven't joined us, you can really, you know, if you click that link, you'll be able to see what it is that exactly what we're up to and get plugged into our system. And, you know, you're with us on the inside of all this. But I just, you know, having gratitude, even like just feeling gratitude that I can share that, and that's part of making a difference in people's lives is, you know, because like I said, I used to be an entertainment attorney, and it was very much, here's my job and here's my life, and, you know, what I do in my life, right, and what matters to me in my life, and how I contribute to people in life, and all of that was outside of my job, and most of my day and most of my time was taken up with doing something else. So that's, for me, that's what it is, being that home, that person. I'm going to pass it on to Serena. Serena.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, I don't know if you see me, I had to duck out before and get a Loki. She just woke up. So, sorry if you can hear all noises. She's just having a feed. But I guess, like you were all saying, it's about, you know, wanting to find balance, and that's what I've been wanting to find. Like having 4 kids, you know, it gets quite busy, so it's hard to. Sorry. It's hard to have, you know, like my husband working and then me working like a normal, you know, 9-to-5 job, and then my kids being able to do things like, you know, go to school and then be able to do the things that they want to do after school. Both of my daughters, like, they're right into dancing, and my eldest daughter especially, like she wants to be a ballerina, and she dances every single day, and she dances Monday to Friday, and then on Saturday she dances 6 hours as well. So I can't have like a normal job, so I need something else, you know, that I can do and able, you know, to provide for them as well, and not just my husband working and be there for them. And it wasn't until we just had our last baby that I've actually realized, you know, time just goes so quick. And like my eldest daughter now, she's just turned 11, and it's sometimes I sort of think, you know, where did those 11 years just go? And I want to be able to be at home with them and, you know, enjoy them and enjoy all the little things that they do and watch them grow, and not just sort of be there with them of a morning and then, you know, send them off to daycare, and then you're sort of only with them for that short time at night, and then, I don't know, you just sort of get stuck in that everyday rut then of just the normal job. So I'm glad that I found like this whole system, so that I can, you know, be able to be working from home or working from anywhere. Like, we love to go camping, so, you know, it'll be good to be able to go camping, and as long as I have my computer and internet, I can work as such and be with my kids and with my husband, and just, you know, enjoying life and making the most of it. And what you were saying about the audios and stuff before, I've really actually had to look into myself since, you know, finding this, and I've been listening I've been listening to audios every day, and it's amazing how you know, when you change the way you feel and be positive, everyone around you is the same, and you attract all that into your life as well. And I've noticed it even with my kids, you know, they're being the same, and they keep sort of, if they have little squabbles with each other, they sort of say, you know, don't forget what you put out there, you'll get back. So, you know, just little things like that. Like I, you know, get to enjoy hearing them interact with each other, and you know, yeah. So I don't know. I'm just really nervous. I don't really know what else to say.
No,
but I'm just so grateful for, you know, to be here and with everyone and be a part of this whole journey.
yeah, it's not. Serena, you're amazing. I mean, and I think that's so cool that, you know, everything that we're doing is rubbing off on your kids in terms of mindset. Hearing those audios, and I mean, that's just so. I'm excited for when my guys are old enough to. I know it's going in there somewhere, you know, when they're older and actually to hear it coming out of their mouths, right? You know, it's kind of a cool thing. Yeah. So and I love it. I mean, you're here and you're able to, you know, little guy needed to be fed, and you're there for it. It's so cool. It's like you know, you know, epitome of exactly what it is that we do. So. So does any else?
Is Valerie gone? My daughter actually, I say the oath of manifestation most mornings, and she like says it back, which is really quite cool. I do love that. And yeah, I just like listening to you, Michelle and Serena. It's like just making sure you've got those boundaries. Like I know before I started, I was really strict. Like I would be off the computers by 8:30, reading books in bed. Just really changed. My life was very different, and I was quite scared about being on the computer so much. And I've really had to keep those boundaries and not stay up. And I was staying up a few times at the beginning, and I was like, this isn't working for me because I'm not being true to myself. I'm not having the sleep that I need. You know, I've spent years back, you know, when I was young, not getting any sleep, but now I know that I need to sleep. Otherwise, I'm not going to be the best person that I am. And just making sure you set those boundaries it's really important. I think when you're working from home and your children seeing that too. I think they need the boundaries. Like you learn that anyway when you're bringing up your children, like the rhythm that they want to, you know, you can call it routine, but I try and say rhythm sounds a bit nicer. And you know, they like to see things like consistent, the same, and yeah. So I know what it's like when you're first trying to figure out how you're going to make it fit. But you know, it will, and it does, because eventually there's less training videos, and yeah, you will have more time to implement stuff. So definitely gets easier.
Yeah, it's just it's a setup, and what, you know, what's amazing with you, Gabrielle, because you know it's having that mindset of just taking action, right, and getting out of training mode, and just because you're one of those incredible people that, you know, you just do it. It's like you do it. And when we do that, when we actually, you know, I know for me, I feel like this thing lifts because I've actually taken action. So that's another thing, because you know, it can be a transition from having, you know, the job where you have a schedule and stuff, to really sort of, you know, making this to really make it work is to have the mindset that, I mean, for some people it could be like, this is my business. And to treat it, you know, like that instead of a hobby. If you treat it like a hobby, you may or may not actually take the action of what you need to do. But if you treat it like this is your business and it's your freedom model, right? Or initially, actually, something for me that adjusted for me is I said, okay, this is my time that I'm going to do this. This is the time, you know, while they're sleeping, I've got this period of time that I've got that this is going to be good for me during the day to do this, and this is my time to go out and play with them and do all that. That when I set it like a schedule, like I would with a job, but this was my set time, it became more focused for me, right? To be able to actually be like, you know, because there's a lot you can get done in even a couple hours. I mean, it's amazing when you're focused what's possible, right? And a lot of us, you know, if you really talk to people at their JOBs, you know, they're sitting there, and a lot of the time they're, you know, if you're paid for by your time and not so much by your production, a lot of people, they waste a lot of time, and it's not as productive as it could be, really. And learning, the ability of just being really focused and saying, okay, this is my time, I'm going to do this, and I can get it done in this period. And frankly, it's kind of a mindset shift to know that once you've got your system set up, that it just just follow the steps, and you've got your automation and everything running for you. Maintenance is just a couple hours a day, not counting mindset that you always have going on, right? But that you can actually make the same income or better than what you did before in a shorter period of time. And that's a part of the mindset shift, where you, instead of trading time for money, you've got value, and your value, you're getting paid for your value, and that can be leveraged in short increments of time. It doesn't have to be long, right? There's the initial setup where you're learning, but that to really, I think that's just so powerful to be able to be in a position to know that that's actually possible. That you can spend the majority of your day and time being there focused on stuff that you love with your kids and your family, leverage that even for your business, and then the actual time that maybe you're sitting there doing something that's not focused on the kids or the family, that can be a short frame of time and results in the same amount of money or more, right, than what you would do from a normal job. And that's kind of where, if you want to talk about the best of both worlds, that you can then create and have that freedom. Like the other Michelle, I think they're moving. Are they moving to Thailand? I forget where they're going. Or they're going to, is it Thailand or Bali? I think it might be Thailand. But it's like to have the ability to say, okay, I'm going to do that, right? And anyways, that's what's so powerful. But a lot of it is having the mindset to know that you deserve it. And one thing I'll talk about, this is an audio that I was just listening to before all this. Anybody else wants to throw in any comments on that? Because a lot of it is a mindset shift to even allow it, right? To allow what's possible for you. And it's this idea that, there's a lot of thoughts that cross our brain, right? I call most of it monkey chatter. And to realize that we are not our brains, we are not our minds, right? And our minds may have a negative habit of looking at things and finding the negative in stuff, looking for the negative in stuff, and therefore living the negative in life. And we don't need to go there, right? And even if it's just discovering, realizing that you made maybe you made a mistake in mindset, or you made a mistake in whatever it is that you might have done, that instead of getting down on yourself, to go, you know what, I am not that. And as a result of that, I'm tapping deeper into me, into source, into who I really am. And the mistake it may have actually been part of a process to bring something. The universe is adjusting itself to bring things to you. But having that, the ability to just adjust out of the idea that we have to believe every negative thought or feeling, because the feeling starts from the thought, right? You got the thought, which then leads to the feeling. Any of that is who we are. That instead of looking at that as identity, we can see that as just thoughts flitting through the ether. I'll talk about more about. I think we can have an entire hangout on this alone, but I just wanted to kind of like throw that out there as because it was something I was just really recently listening to, and so it's that having that, adjusting that mindset of what we know and think is possible, and what our value is, and what's possible for us, right? So, anyways. I just wanted to throw that out there. Anybody else, any other thoughts? Because we're getting close to
Yes, Valerie, I just need to share one thing, and I'm sure every one of you will like it, because I'm reading this book. You can, where is it? Yeah. You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay, and this is a fantastic book, And I was just reading, and I wanted to share with you all that trust the intelligence within you to lead you and guide you. You deserve to be a success in each and every area of your life. And there is one phrase here: in the infinity of life where I am, all is perfect, whole and complete. I am one with the power that created me. I have within me all the ingredients for success. This is a very powerful line. See? Yeah. I am one with the power that created me. I have within me all the ingredients for success. I now allow the success formula to flow through me and manifest in my world. Whatever I am guided to do will be a success. I learn from every experience. I go from success to success and from glory to glory. My pathway is a series of stepping stones to ever greater success. All is well in my world.
I love
It's
that.
very powerful. See?
I love that. That's absolutely powerful, and I'm tempted to actually end us right on that. Anybody else have any other thoughts or similar they would love to share? Or we're all good?
No, that's beautiful. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Fizza. That is absolutely beautiful. And so
Pleasure.
everybody, with that note, believing in yourselves, in your value, and what is possible, let go of the monkey chatter. Know you can separate from it. We will see you all next week. Love you all. Connect with us below. We'll see you on the other side there. So excited for that. And
Good night.
yes, a thumbs down to everyone. Love you all. See you all next week.
Good night.